My dream since I was a little kid has always been to be a teacher. Teaching has always been my goal in life, and today I took myself for granted and I completely forgot about my dream because I was terrified that the money required in order to get the education I need to teach at the college level would be too expensive. I will admit my greatest weakness is fear of money. Like, I'm really good with money, I'm good at saving money. Any of my close friends can tell you that I'm a freaking whiz at budgeting and all of that. But when I want to do something for myself, like getting my master's degree, for example, I freak out about the money and I completely disregard the prospect of getting that education at all. And I've realized that it has held me back for 2 years. I knew I wanted to be the teacher the moment I looked up at my first grade teacher. Her name was Miss Swartz. I don't know if anybody else knows her, but her name is Miss Swartz, and I will never forget her. The moment I looked up at her and watched her just teaching the class excitedly, there on out, I would stay in during recess and help grade papers and all of that. I always loved writing in the chalkboard. Oh my god, writing in the chalkboard was like my favorite thing ever. And when I was about 6 or 7 years old, my grandma and I think my dad found this piece of slate from an old chalkboard from an old schoolhouse, like decades ago. They drilled holes in it, nailed it on the wall, and said that I could play teacher whenever I want. So they bought me chalk, paper, and every day after school, I would take all of my little Godzilla toys, don't laugh, all of my little Godzilla toys, sit them out on the floor, and I would teach them school. I would teach them reading, English, which goes hand in hand, math, astronomy. I would use my mom's old textbooks from college. I would read them. Not only did I end up learning a lot, but I also enjoyed the experience of teaching, and I even ended up, my grandma Winter only had an education up to 4th grade. I mean, she could still write and communicate and everything, but she didn't know, like, really how to read as well, and I ended up partially teaching her how to read, and from there on out, I tried helping my brother learn reading and stuff when he was before kindergarten, and that's when I knew that teaching was my thing. I got so discouraged today because, like, finances are really stressing me out, and I want to go back to school so badly. Like, I cannot express to you how badly I want to go back to school. But I let the idea of expenses veer me away from doing that, and I need to stop that. I ended up sending one of my professors from Central Michigan University a message today because she's a good friend of mine. And she reminded me through her own experience that the job is wonderful. Like, she enjoys what she does, and she told me to follow my heart and that it would show me the right way. And by the way, Rose, I just wanted you to know that I really appreciate your kind words. And also, my friend Morgan, I really appreciate you helping me try to find, sources for jobs and stuff like that. That means a lot. I have so many great people in my life, and I just wanted you to know that I appreciate you all. I don't want to be a teacher for the money. I want to teach because when I stand in front of that classroom, I know I'm supposed to be there. I don't merely want to teach English. I love English. I love creative writing. It just excites me. I'm such a geek with it. But I don't want to teach for the money. I want to teach because I want to show people how to enjoy the subject. I want to show people how to enjoy writing. You don't realize that through elementary and middle school, reading and English pales in comparison to, like, math and science. And unfortunately, a lot of kids end up hating English because of it, and And I don't want people to hate it. I want people to see that they can use it as a tool. They can use it as not only a creative device, but also as a means of expressing themselves, whether it be a conversation like this, like public speaking, or through day-to-day conversation, or even through writing a novel or a poem or anything like that. I've learned a valuable lesson today, to not give up on my dreams. And if you have a dream, God, don't give up on it, because how does, I mean, that's what helps us grow. I mean, if we give up on something like that, I mean, what really is there to live for? Comment, rate, and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to share my video if you like. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for subscribing and commenting. I really appreciate it, and you guys have a good night.